Now we're getting some sounds of the city.
Check, check.
Yeah, it's a bit.
I'm walking here.
How are we sounding? Can you talk?
Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3 test.
Steve, hit me again.
Sibilance.
Sibilance. And Steve is in.
Slippery sliding.
There we go.
The bridges are down, folks. If anybody's driving downtown.
Bridges are down.
Welcome back to the traffic report. We got nothing but clarity over here on Upper Michigan. Upper Canal.
You're looking about 45 going I-90 between Michigan and
Coming up on the
Madison.
Dan Ryan, going to be 40 minutes out. Going to be going to the O'Hare Airport, 95th on the 294. Back to you, Eric Emerson.
I'm sitting here, my rectum sore last night. I tell you, my wife, she decided she wanted to get into pegging, hardcore pegging.
Have you ever heard of pegging? Have you ever heard of pegging, Jane?
My wife switched her LinkedIn pronouns to non-binary. Didn't say anything about it to me.
I said, honey.
Things are weird in the old
Things are
Emerson
weird.
household.
Things are weird. Looked on Facebook. It's complicated under relationship status. Back to you, Bill.
Unprompted change of Facebook relationship status from my wife. Found the dildo that seems to be molded from somebody in particular. It looks hand molded. Don't know if you ever bought a Build-A-Dick from online. We have a few of our own, but this one didn't match the imprint of my own penis. That being said, I-90 looks clear. Looks like you're going to be flying to O'Hare.
It's about a 30-minute drive downtown, and they must have used some sort of plaster of Paris to cast a penis of someone that I think my wife knows. It's going to be a clear drive home tonight at 5 a.m. with an 8 p.m. sunset.
Yeah, and we're going to be looking at 40 minutes on the Dan Ryan. Speaking of which, Dan Ryan embroidered on the bottom of this dildo. Don't know who that is, but it is imprinted there. It was a custom job. Definitely cost 3 figures at the minimum. Back to you, Emerson.
Recommend staying indoors as there is an air quality advisory in effect till around 10 p.m. Speaking of staying indoors, I will be sitting in the attic looking out of the window to see who's dropping off my wife tonight when she gets back from work. I told her radio would be paying the bills, and it is not, so she is still working nights at a bar downtown, and let me tell you, she is out way after the bar closes. She tells me the commute is taking her a little bit too long, but it appears a man named Jason is dropping her off.
And the weather going to be looking like an uptick from what we're used to. Very nice. Maybe that's just the temperature in the attic. I'm currently doing a podcast in that sounds like a news report.
It's going to be 75 degrees today with a high with a medium humidity. I've smoked 22 cigarettes so far in the attic as I wait to see what kind of large sedan will drop my wife off.
My brother-in-law calls it a fire hazard, smoking this much around all of this insulation.
My wife told me that she could pay our rent this month as long as I was okay with her sleeping with a Saudi billionaire. I said okay because I can't make my kids sleep on the street, but I have been putting cigarettes out on my wrists and ankles.
My wife told me it's up to me to figure out how to have this conversation with my kids because she is too busy figuring herself out down in Jamaica.
She's going on what she calls an eat, pray, love, and I am just praying she doesn't love whoever's eating her pussy. Back to you, Chris. Thank you so much.
Just a traumatized fucking guy next to him that also runs a podcast.
I guess we're taking some
smog.
questions.
Smog is coming on. Smog is coming in down in
And
Chicago.
yeah, so anyway, it's
Can we take a
classic
break? Are
hits,
you okay, Bill?
80s, 90s, and today.
And, yeah.
I think what he meant to say is we're taking your requests. It's all rock, all hour.
Coming
on
up,
your commute.
Thin Lizzy boys are back in town.
It's going to be hard to get pumped for this rock and roll music now.
Oh, fuck.
All right, you ready for some questions? Steve, you got the phone?
That was a good questions intro riff. That was fun.
I got a couple questions. Where is my wife? That's going to be a fun one.
Experts are shocked at the...
Up next with the news, 2 bodies were found in Garfield Park, and I hope I find my wife's body alive and alone, and not with another guy.
Oh,
That's been KBBM.
He realizes he's
5:50
been caught.
a.m.
He realizes he's been caught on radio. And in other news, it looks like 2 bodies were found washed up in the Chicago River. An African-American man and a blonde woman. Chris, go ahead and take over the weather this hour. I got to go check. I think I left my car running.
Okay, Steve's hurrying out of here. He's wiping down his fingerprints for some reason on all of his equipment before he leaves.
You ready for the first one?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Can I tell my friend that nobody cares about his 1-year-old kid?
No.
It's understandably a huge part of his life. But do I and our friend group have to keep pretending to be interested?
What sucks is I wish I could ask follow-up questions.
Yeah.
You
Is
can
he
ask
the
me.
first? Is he the first person that has had the kid in the friend group?
Sounds like. Well, here's the thing. That's
Like-
2 very different. If he's the first one or the last one. Because you could be not
Oh.
interested because you're still living your single guy life.
Yeah.
You could be not interested because you've run the program 2 or 3 times already.
I mean, it sounds like he's doing it to an abnormal level. I think there's a normal level to be expected of when a person has a kid. They're going to be.
Yeah.
That's like the majority of the thing they're going to do. I think there's like a basic level. Everyone understands. You got to let him go off a little bit.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's going a little too much.
Yeah.
Who, the guy with
Promise.
the kid or the guy
Guy
being
with
like,
the kid, it sounds like he's going too much. Now the friend doesn't know how to handle
I
it.
think the friend
Sounds like you don't
sounding
hang out
like
with him as much anymore.
The friend is sounding crazy to me.
Why?
Really?
Yeah. First of all, it starts out, can I tell my friend that nobody cares about his 1-year-old kid?
But the answer is no.
Well,
The
the,
answer
answer to
is
that's
no.
But I think he wrote that
That's just-
hyperbolically. It would be my guess. You know what I mean? If you're writing into a podcast.
Well, nothing matters, all right? Everything is up. What is up? What is down?
Steve's still mad about the postmodern comment earlier.
I mean, do you like views, Chris? Do you?
I like views on my
Do you?
Instagram reel.
I feel like some people might not like a view. I like views on my social media account.
Oh, fuck. Here's what's sad is because I found, things I used to make fun of, I found myself doing, as we all
Yeah.
do when we get older. One of which is like I'll have a trip somewhere or I'll do something
Yeah.
and I'll show my friends pictures of my trip.
Yeah.
And I go, oh no, because I could feel their polite interest.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
have to put it away.
I do the
feel-
same thing.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, I thought I would never do that, but I'm here. I am doing it.
Dude, I've been realizing my
Here
mom,
I am in Cedar Rapids, and you're not. What were you gonna say?
Look at
Oh,
this
just
tree.
my mom came to visit, and now like since she came to visit, I notice when I say something that I've clearly inherited from my mom
Yeah.
or something like that. I don't have a good example, but something to the effect of like my girlfriend being like, "All right, I'll come to your place after I get, after I go to this concert with my friends," and we're like, I just be like, "All right, well, don't stay out too late. Drink water." And then I'm like, "Fuck, that was it, even in the cadence of my mom." You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, dude. You hit every note.
Yeah.
You hit every note.
It's almost like she's half of your biological makeup.
That is so funny when you say something in the exact like when you ever play Rock Band,
Yeah.
and sing, and that fucking arrow is hitting every up and down. There's no change, dude. That's
Yeah.
what you did. Oh man,
Yes, yeah,
that's when
yeah.
it hurts. Is when you get a 100% score, talking as your father or mother.
And it's been coming out a lot in like advice or what? Not advice, but just like, the girlfriend is like, well, I had a bad day at work or whatever, and I'm just like, well, that's why they call it work.
Oh my god, it sucks getting corny so bad.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I want to know if this guy I want to know I mean, the answer to his question is no. You can't.
Can I
your
tell my friend that nobody
You
cares
should
about
stop
his
hanging out
1-year-old
with him
kid?
as much. Though.
Here's what you can do.
Here, 1 second. I'm
is
listening.
After he just jumps off the balcony. He goes, "I'm listening," and it's a bad podcast.
And it made me want to walk the plank. So, adios, amigos. I'm going to swan dive into the Chicago River from high up.
from 42.
Up next, man jumps off of Marina Towers into traffic. Something I imagine doing after I found out my wife is fucking a black man named Tyrus. Back to you.
Let me tell you, the name is not spelled like you'd expect. More after the break. I would say what you can do is just start giving your friend playful pushback. Like, let's say you and two buddies
Here's what you do
are
is
out at the bar.
Here's the problem.
I like the idea.
He says,
Okay.
"What do we do pretending to be interested? Don't pretend to be interested.
Yeah.
Because if you give them you stonewall them a couple times,
Yeah.
they're not going to keep doing it.
I would say, like, you get one kid update every hang.
Yeah.
And so, like, you guys sit down at the bar. What about this? You guys sit down at the bar. First thing you do is ask about the kid, get it out of the way, and then if he brings it up a second time.
That's smart. So then you control the situation.
Yes. Yeah. You got your hand on the.
I could backfire on you, though.
Eric Emerson negotiation tactics. I like that. I think also you could turn it into a bit where you should have at the ready, because you probably know the kind of pictures he takes. Take the exact kind of pictures he takes of his kids of your dog.
Yeah.
And after he's done showing you the pictures of the kid, you then go, well, let me show you something.
I have something.
And shot for shot, what basically he showed you with the
Yeah.
dog.
How
in
about
the cadence
this?
That he
Let me do
does.
this. Even we'll do you one better. Get some toothpicks and popsicle sticks. Make a model of a crib.
Make a
Then
model.
Get your dick hard. Tuck it into the crib from the back and put a little bonnet on it. And then after he's done showing you your kid, you go, actually, hold on. Take a look at my boy.
He's doing well, man.
Goo goo gaga. Wah.
You like to pop this pacifier in the mouth, wouldn't you?
Fuck.
I gotta rock. I can't go out. I gotta rock my baby to sleep tonight.
A goosh. You did a goosh gaga. Oh, man.
And if you like
I'll
that,
tell you,
let me
I
show you
tried-
the twins.
I'll tell you one thing. I tried to give him a pacifier. Did not feel good. Was not an effective
It's a
motivator
new
for
thing
him
that
to be
I saw on
quiet.
the internet, and boy did it sting. Baby did not want Binky, let me tell you. Wowie.
He got a rash the other day. I had to take care of it. It was appointment prescription.
Holy hell! I felt like I had a pig on a spit roast at a luau. Good God!
I got a kidney stone. It feels like he's teething. It's hard to sleep. He's waking me up every night.
I know how you feel, man.
I wake the wife up. I'm like, you deal with him this time.
I had to go to court for shaking him the other day. What else was I supposed to do?
I'm telling you, 2 hands around him. I think, but here, I mean, like this, the actual takeaway from the dick thing is, I think you can do a joking, like, hey, we get it, man. He's an A student. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
give him a little elbow. You don't have to tell him that you don't care, but
Right.
let him update you once a day.
Yeah.
And then after that, just start a jab. Don't hit
Yeah.
him with a left hook.
So-
just hit a jab.
Right.
And then
Right.
eventually he'll get the message.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
So no on both questions.
Yeah. Let him talk, but yeah, you limit it with a playful jab. Here's the thing, if he doesn't respect the jab,
Yeah.
then you got to go for the like.
But some people I kind of am spoiled by a lot of. How does that sound in the fucking? In the.
I got
Well, it sounds like they're on to me.
I'll tell you what, there is a
This has been a beautiful last broadcast. I want to say I've really enjoyed my last 22 years here at WGN. I have paid for a beautiful roof, and I'll tell you, for 20 of those 22 years, me and Sharon loved the money that was coming in, but as radios dried up, I'll tell you, so was her pussy.
I'll tell you what, I love the medium as an art form, and that's 4 Suburbans coming up with some sort of tactical team to take me out of the building. And let me tell you, it's been nothing but love and laughs here at KBBM. And I'm going to
The
be
mix.
not coming out of here alive, that's for sure. I got a whole lot of ammo, and the Cardinals are on. We got a 0-2 pitch.
When I signed up to work at KBBM The Mix, I didn't mean races. Sharon, you bitch, every life I take is in your name.
Yeah, WTTW got a message for the hostage negotiator. No, I will not be taking the helicopter.
Hey, welcome back after the break. I carved Helter Skelter into my chest with a broken Corona bottle.
And it seems as if they're securing some sort of long-range sniper at a building kitty corner from here. It's 75 degrees, 49% humidity, and we got the Doobie Brothers coming up next with Reeling in the Ears.
If the studio looks different, I painted Nordic runes in the blood of my co-host on the wall. You might have noticed a change of tone since the last episode. Kevin, longtime partner, has had his head sawn off, and I'm using his blood to paint a satanic symbol on my chest.
If you can take a look closer, you'll see red dot sides moving up and down my body. No, that will not work. This glass is bulletproof. Should have done your research. Up next, the Doobie Brothers.
Oh.
So we got another question here.
All right, hit us with the question. We'll circle back. This radio guy's going to fucking carry the show.
Yeah, that's a funny character. My good friend and roommate handles the utility bills, and I think he's been overcharging me and our other roommate.
Whoa.
Is there a way to ask about this without seeming accusatory?
Fuck.
That's a great question.
He is entitled. Here's the thing. That is a really good question. He's entitled to see the bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The specifics of how he gets it. I mean, if it's an online portal, that's kind of tough.
Yeah.
If it's mail, you probably could.
Here's the thing.
Here's what you can probably call the utility place and ask them yourself.
Yeah.
And
I would
not
just
even
be like,
involve
you got
him.
the bill?
Yeah. You got the
Yeah.
I
would
just want to
say-
see it. I'm trying to figure out my finances for the month.
Yeah. I would
That's what
say
I would
something like
do.
that, because also what that will do is it'll put the fear of God in him.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't show it to you, see if the next one goes down.
And then
after that.
analyze what he says when you go, I got the bill. Or
Yeah.
can I see the bill? What's
Yeah.
what are him or her saying?
You know what I would say? If you're still living with roommates, I think you're well within your sphere of influence to be like, hey, I need the bill. I'm showing my dad. Like I'm talking to him about finances.
What'd you say? If you have roommates, you're gonna be at the age that you.
You're still in a position where it's not weird to be like, I was talking to my dad about how to
If you're that
balance
age.
a budget. Yeah.
There's some people that are like 40 years old that have roommates.
Totally.
In a big city.
Yeah.
Or just okay. So
I'll say if you're
I'm
under
I'm the
30, yeah.
shifty. I'm the shifty roommate that's
Yeah.
hiding the. Well, why don't I told you it was $40 for me last time. I told you it was $40.
Your kid sucks.
Come on, you don't believe? Suspend your belief.
I would say, can you see the bill? Hold on, yeah, that's a good, because that would be the follow-up.
If I was the guy that was hiding the finances and you hit me with that, I would just try to. I'd be like, well, you know what it is. I already told you.
Just
but
send me.
do they do a breakdown or something? Because I want to see. I might stop running my AC
The
unit.
usage,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll see. I guess dude, if I was lying about this, I'd be sweating so hard. I'd be like, yeah, I don't know. I think they send you a thing. I'll let you know.
Just
I gotta go.
just do you not have the paper?
It's
doesn't it
online,
come in the
but
mail?
I've had trouble logging in recently. I'm gonna go.
Just let me log into your thing or send me your thing.
Yeah. You
I
got a
guess-
screenshot?
Honestly, guys, I love this, and I appreciate because I'm in for transparency, and I respect that, and I want you to
Okay,
know that
that's
I have to go right now. Table this for now. I have to go kill a newscaster's wife.
All right, real quick, we will check back in on this. I want to go ahead and throw this out there. I gave you $5. You came back with what was that? $3.29 on Dawn for the dishwashing fluid. So yeah, how about you? Can you get my $1.29 to me?
Are
And
you
then I'll
fucking
check
us
on
over
this.
here on the utility bills? That's probably would be my
Just
second
immediately
question.
break it. Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm literally that guy. I'd probably be like, you got the bill for the electric?
Yeah.
You do? Can I see
are we
it?
still in?
Yeah. This would be me asking for
Steve, don't
Steve,
let
you're
him.
being rude.
Chris, don't break character on the podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
This is behind the actor studio.
Yeah, cut this out of the reprimandation.
it. Yeah, I'd be like, you got the
Reprimanding me.
bill? Paper? They send it in paper. Can I see it?
If
Dude,
they
I
send
think
you
he's like,
paper-
no,
here's the
I'd be
thing.
like-
Here's the thing. I do think character break. I do think that you can probably just ask the utility company to get you a copy, or ask them over the phone.
Right.
You can do that. If
Yeah.
you're like, hey, I live there or whatever.
would say-
If it's entirely his name? Yeah, it's gonna. You're kind of running into issues. They might need to ask you.
Yeah,
like,
I
your
would
name
say
and your
here's
number or
two
whatever.
ways: call the company, or see if you can get to the mail first
Yeah.
and check.
That's insane.
Really?
Right there. To me, like,
Just before you confront.
but I get what you guys are both doing.
Yeah.
But it's too much.
Yeah.
But you would do that if you're trying to catch them in the act without them knowing it.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Well,
is
that's
it's
what the
not
question
really
So
is.
like,
that-
if you're like,
hold
I
on.
want
That's
to
what the
know if
question
this is the
wants.
kind of person that's trying to steal from his friends or her friends.
I agree with
Yeah.
you in
You
that.
go
The way I would approach
clandestine.
it I'd be pretty direct.
No,
in
but
that,
here's-
like,
here's
can I
the
see
thing.
the bill?
Yeah, because
And
I
if he
don't
was
like,
weird about it, then I would press. But he wants to do it without talking to him at all.
Well,
right.
here's the-
If that's the case, yeah.
I would say it's not even about trying to catch him in the act. I'm saying that the benefit of
They don't wanna
doing
seem accusatory.
some research is that if you're going to live with this guy for another year or two, there's no like if there's a way to not make it weird first, I would do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I don't think you should go out of your way. Like, you can do it without being weird to where you got to log in to a thing and
No,
then
but
determine.
I'm saying call, or if you get the mail 1 month before him, just pop it open and be like, I just wanted to check my.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
Analyze it.
I'm not saying ask.
Give
I
it
don't-
some
yeah,
space.
Don't set up an account or what. I'm saying if you can do some outside research before the conversation, it helps.
It's just hilarious the amount
Art
of
of
like,
war, know your enemy.
the
Steve.
the Breaking Bad level of creating a scheme in order to find out information about if
I
you're
think
getting
that's just
screwed
pretty
over on
basic
it.
stuff.
An electronic bill.
100%.
I'm
no
not.
doubt.
Yeah, don't cut off one of his fingertips and try and scan.
Is there a way
in.
to ask this without, like, no one's going to
You
be
can
like,
definitely ask him. That seems high. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
just don't
You
accuse
just go.
them.
That seems high.
Yeah.
Well,
I
what
would
That's
is
how
it?
you
say-
don't seem
Here's what you do.
accusatory.
Oh,
Here's what you
shit.
do.
Yeah.
You act like you're on the same team. This is basic. Why didn't I even think of this? We're on the same team. So, damn, dude, it's $100. That's crazy. I've never been in an apartment. Is it? And he goes, yeah, I don't know. And he's like, on the bill, it breaks down. Was it the AC? Was it the? What were the other? Because ComEd shows you what your
let me
neighbors
see.
are
Let me
paying.
see the month to month.
Yeah, can I see it?
Actually, show me. Let me see month to month.
Because this
You
is
want
my
to see
money.
month to month?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Can I see it compared to last month? Because they should chart it.
What do
Yeah,
you
they
want to
chart
look
it.
at all my files? I don't understand.
It's not
Yeah,
your files,
actually,
it's
let
on
me see some of
ComEd.
your other files too. Is your name really Steve?
You want to look at all my other utility bills?
I think the thing is you have to be direct at some point about this, man. That's the answer. It's like at some point
You're
you,
my
you-
buddy, Chris. I'm not fucking you over, dude.
I'm not saying you're
I
fucking me
didn't
over. I
say
just want to
that.
say the fucking bill.
weird
Why
that
would
you
I
got-
skim? Why would I overcharge you on the gas bill, dude?
Because you're yelling in
fucking
the
accusing
living room
me.
right now, and your pants are off, which I'm curious about.
The AC is cranked and you're sweating bullets in here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you gotta confront him.
I would say, yeah, if within the first month you can't figure out anything, just ask to see it or ask to. And here's the thing: if he says no or anything, if it's not lower next month, then I would say I'm not paying until.
Yeah.
If he's like, oh fuck, I'll get that to you. Let me check, and he never does. Just let it go, and if he comes next month and says, "Yeah, it's still 125," I would say, "I'm not going to pay you till I see the bill."
That's a good one. Yeah, you gotta confront. At some point, a confrontation needs to happen if something doesn't change.
Yeah, when the spidey sense goes off, don't go. You gotta always go. Am I being paranoid first?
Yeah,
And then you gotta go. I would observe 1 month,
yeah,
and I'd go. I'd discreetly see the bill,
Yeah.
or I'd ask to see the bill, and then I'd go. I would try to catch him first, maybe.
yeah.
Now that I think about it, because now I would
The
want to
feeling of
know.
retribution.
Yeah.
I would want to know if you were fucking me over deliberately.
Like a sniper, you might be on the crest of the hill for 2 days,
Yeah.
just laying in wait, and then that convoy comes over. And you go,
it's like a $4.
My answer would be to put on your ghillie suit.
$12.
My
Yeah,
answer would be put on the ghillie suit. Get ready.
yeah.
Bring a few bottles. You're not gonna be able to get up. You're gonna have to relieve yourself
Yeah.
and cap it off.
Hide
Don't
in the
forget
bushes
caps.
for
Yeah.
weeks.
Wait till the energy guy comes by. Wait till the mailman comes by. Accost him. Get the mail.
Yeah.
Find a low-cost
Treat them-
programmer on Fiverr to log into his financial accounts.
Treat the mailman like they did in Goodfellas and fucking put his head into a fucking oven. This mail doesn't ever go to this motherfucker's house. It goes
You see
to me
this
first.
kid? Any mail goes to this fucking kid's house.
Nothing. I don't want bills. I don't want nothing for that school. You got it?
You get anybody turns a light on in this apartment, it comes to me.
Until we get to the bottom of what's going on with this bill. The roommate comes home. He flicks on the light. You're smoking a cigar, sitting in a fully reclined. You, where's my $12, Jimmy?
Have a seat.
You've been
Abe.
fucking me $12 a month on this account. Where is that going? Was it in the AC? I checked the AC unit. It's just buzzing away out there.
I love the idea of a guy that turns into a Sopranos-esque mobster, but only against the people that weren't the one fucking him over. He fucks over the mailman to get the bill.
Yeah.
He fucks over the people working at ComEd.
And then he goes to the roommate.
He goes to the room and he's like, "Hey, listen,
buddy,
man,
I'm
I'm
really
gonna need
sorry.
that. I'm gonna need that $6.73 for February." Doesn't do anything mean about it.
So
Yeah.
I guess
There
there's
we
a
go.
lot of ways you can not
Our
seem
answer is to turn into.
accusatory.
You got to turn into Tony Circaro from Sopranos.
Yeah.
I've noticed more and more stray dogs out around my apartment early in the morning when I leave for work. AM. They're not friendly, and I've started to fear for my life. Is there a service I can call? Is there something I can do myself, maybe?
Yeah, it's called your Second
I
Amendment.
only see them in the really early hours. So it's hard to point this problem out to other people.
That's hilarious.
We got an
This
early
person's a
riser.
We
weird
got a
as
pet
fuck,
cemetery.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, there should
so
be
he
a
wakes
dog
up and
catcher.
there's a bunch of dogs everywhere.
I'd say call 311, Chicago service.
Yeah.
If this is the Chicago area.
Or whatever your local code is for the non-emergency police.
And say, look, there's wild dogs out. I mean, I left Arkansas because I was almost killed by Dobermans. I thought I was being a big city, and I'm getting chased. I work IT. I'm getting chased to work, guy.
I'm doing HTML5, and I'm still dealing with caveman problems on my walk to work.
Can you send somebody out of pest control or something?
It's a full evolution of man between leaving my door and making it into the Honda and then checking into work. It's 4000 BC to present.
How many little people do you know? Do you want to start an underground racing event? I'm saying that there's a business opportunity here you're willingly looking over.
Yeah.
Chris is a big capture Cajun capture guy.
Dude, grab them, put them in a basement. You need some room in the basement. I'm thinking warehouse.
Make
Domestic.
A few of
Domestic.
your littlest little people, throw them on there, get a few saddles,
Saddle
make a few
'em up.
bucks.
Tiny horse track in the city.
Tiny mini horse track. They come down. Dude, you're telling me you wouldn't love a fucking little guy on a fucking Rottweiler?
Everything's tiny.
Everything's
The
tiny.
beer is
You get the
tiny.
beer. You look like Andre the Giant. Everyone's taking pictures.
All the
Tell your
fans are
friends.
huge.
Tell your friends. You had 63 beers. They don't need to know. They're thimbles.
Imagine feeling one of 500 giants in a stadium setting.
The bookie's the only guy who's over 6 foot. Everyone's a little guy. That'd be fun.
Giddy up, Ginger.
Come on.
Yeah, I would say there's got to be. It is bizarre to
car.
write in and say, "Is there someone I can call?" I think
Yeah,
it's
it's animal control.
Is there
I
a
would say
service I can
check.
call?
Yeah, check Google for that. Would be my answer. Would be to take to the
Yeah.
internet.
It says I only see him in the early hours
That's
of the morning.
also hilarious. It's like he's going nuts.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking
Yeah,
too.
this
Where
is-
it says there's no other people to point it out to.
This sounds like a guy going through the third act of his mental illness in a movie.
The odd thing
Yeah.
is it only happens one every 4 days when I don't sleep,
When I
And
don't
the-
take my meds, the dogs come out of the forest.
and
All
they
of a
look
sudden,
like
every time I take heroin, I start imagining barking outside in the early morning hours. What do you think that means? Someone I can call to get rid of the dogs? Yeah, this guy sounds like Nikki Sixx in Chapter 3 of his book. So I think maybe
You guys-
animal control's the real answer.
Do you ever
Yeah,
get
Or
chased
start a
by
fucking
dogs?
dogfighting rank. I mean,
Yeah.
those are your two.
Do you ever get
options.
chased by dogs?
Yeah, I've been chased by a dog. I've been mauled by a dog.
What?
Pack of dogs. And when I was a dog swim coach. You haven't heard the story?
I don't think you've been mauled by a dog. That seems intense.
What
I mean, I had to
That
go to
seems
I had
like,
to go to urgent care.
What happened?
It 2 half pit, half labs.
Oh my god.
I was working at a dog place, and I went into one of the rooms where nobody had ever. They had failed to mention that these dogs were reactive towards men. They had been abused. They were now living with a lady, and so there's 2 ladies in the dog training room.
Dude, I don't know why. Just seeing you be like, so I'm just teaching a couple dog swim lessons, gonna get a little extra cash here, and then them not telling you that like
I
2
opened the
wild
door.
ass pit bulls have fucking.
I opened the door. It's my first day. I'm not in the pool with the dogs. So usually I'm in a wetsuit. It's 2 millimeters of neoprene between me and a dog tooth. Now I'm in a short sleeve shirt and jeans. And open the door, and the dogs immediately. One comes out of the pool. One runs around the side. The lady is like 5'2". She's no. Like she's of no use. These are big animals. One jumps, grabs me by the left arm. I think, yeah.
Dude, that would scare.
Look,
the
you can
sh-
verify. There's
Yeah.
the
That would
hole.
terrify me.
There's a hole.
Grabs me, I'm trying to I'm walking with towels and a smile like a concierge.
That's what I'm saying. You're just like, oh, make a couple extra bucks.
Yeah, yeah. I stroll in there with all the confidence. I'm howdy doody in there. It's fucking the Andy Griffith show. I open the door. Big smile. Dog grabs me by the arm, pulls me down. Second dog grabs me by the haunch, grabs me by the ass. I'm so lucky they didn't get me on the ground. They didn't get me to throat level because that could have been
You just look like one of those training dummies when they're sick fucking
Yeah.
German shepherds on it. Just like
Just
flopping
absolutely.
around.
So I'm down. They try and leash the dog away or whatever, and I pull, and I don't know what to say. All I do is be like, "I'm sorry, I have to go." I get out.
After being mauled by dogs.
Yeah, I close the door, and then everybody in the place, and I actually really liked working this place. I'm not trying to shit on them or whatever, but it was like there was it was like a kick in an ant's nest. Everyone's running around trying to like,
Oh my god.
comfort the lady, check on the dogs. Is the place going to get shut down? Is my business over? Or
No one gave a fuck about old Eric Emerson.
Dude, first of all, I get out. I can see my heartbeat pumping blood out of the hole.
Oh my god.
And was it vasovalia or whatever? It's happened to me once where, you faint when you see
I got that
blood.
too.
And it doesn't, not like movies or anything, but twice one time I sliced my hand up, but I could see the white fat, and I passed out. This time I saw the pulse of blood, and I could feel myself getting lightheaded, so I put it away, and I got up on the wall. I take myself back to the employee quarters, bandage myself up. No one's doing anything.
Oh my god.
I don't know what to do, so I go out and sit in my car because I'm going to and they're like, if you go to the hospital, they're going to put these dogs down. And so I was like, I don't want to get these dogs killed.
Do I want to be a dog hero today?
Yeah. So I'm sitting in my car, self-bandaged, calling hospitals, being like, hey, if I come, are you going to kill the dogs? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I'll call you back. And then I call, and then I call urgent care, and they're like, dude, all we do is strap up gunshots to hookers or whatever. Like, it's Chicago urgent care. Come on in, dude. We ask no questions. So I came in.
He's the fucking veterinarian from Better Call Saul.
Yes.
Fucking walking into Joe DeRosa's there, fucking giving you pills.
And I walk in. They glue me shut. They check it. The dogs have had all their shots or whatever, so it's really about infection, but they're not gonna give me rabies or whatever. And that they told me I could shower that night. This was when I first moved to Chicago. I'm living in a living room on a futon.
Yeah.
I take a shower because they told me that the glue was fine. The glue comes off,
Fuck.
and I see the heartbeat again.
Oh no.
I try calling the urgent care. It's closed. I take a beach towel and wrap my arm, and I put my head on the beach towel, and I just go to sleep. And I'm like,
Slowly
When you
and
woke up,
forever.
Did it heal? Did it clot up?
a little bit, and then I went in. I think I went back the next day and got it resealed. or
How
whatever.
I don't know
Can I-
how the fuck you didn't punch one of those dogs in the head.
I mean, I wrestled away,
Yeah.
but I didn't go back to settle the score.
I
after
feel like
I got out of the.
No, I'm saying as it was
Eric's
biting
dog
you.
revenge.
But I get you're in a position where you're like, it's a customer on my job, so it fucks with your thing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
my initial fucking,
Yeah.
I'd be punching that thing in the nose.
I don't even remember what I did. I asked if they would give me the security cam footage, and
They
they
said
said
no.
no.
Dude,
Obviously, now
When
that
you
I think
came
about
back
it,
in, was anybody
question.
sympathetic towards you?
Yeah, they were nice. They said the lady dropped off a bag for me or wanted to get me a gift basket or something, but she never came back. But I worked there for a while after that. I mean, the place was great. The people were nice. They didn't want their business to get shut down because there was a dog attack.
I've seen many small, skinny women owning pit bulls, and here's what I think. I think in order to, there's a lot of hemming and hawing on Reddit about pit bulls should just be illegal. I don't know about that. What I do know is you should be able to bench 3 bills in order to own one. And I think not only that, I think there should be 2 criteria. That's the first one is strength. Second one, I need to watch. I think officials need to watch the scene from I Am Legend, where Will Smith kills the dog, and if you shed a tear, then you don't get a pit bull.
Yeah.
But if you stare at it
That's
stone-faced
cockapoo.
and do this slightly,
Yeah, you go.
understanding what needed to be done, okay, here's your license.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 criteria in
So
order
you're
for you to
saying
own a pit bull.
we should have a pit bull license?
I think there should be a pit bull license.
I like that.
I think
like
yeah.
that.
I think there should be a waiting period and background checks.
License to pit.
I could give less of a shit. Own a minigun about guns, but pit bulls, license.
I had the blood-stained beach towel for 5 years after that.
As a reminder.
I just used it to rescue the baby pigeon, so I threw
Aw.
it away after it got pigeon shit on it. But
Did it feel weird throwing it away?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I get weird about shit like that too.
yeah. It's still
Funniest injury. That's a fucking great injury story. You
Yeah.
have a good injury story?
Steve's got some bangers.
Yeah, I broke both my ankles and my right heel at the same time.
Oh, yeah. I heard you tell that
I
on
got
Ken's
14
podcast.
14 stitches on the fat of my.
That's a good dude. That's a Jaws showing off scar scene.
Dun 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 dun.
What happened there?
I was inside. I was pissed drunk in a bar downtown St. Louis, inside of a Pop-A-Shot. You know those shooting games?
Yeah.
And I was playing. We were playing 1-on-1 and just dunking on each other inside of one of those things. Okie dokie, and that was a quick anecdote, and they seem to be coming now.
Unfortunately, they've made a battering ram mess of the front door. Sorry, I just wanted to leave a little bit of a legacy for my daughters.
Seems to me they have some kind of small special operative in the HVAC system. They're moving in, and they've got a full scan of the building and the engineer with blueprints. I will be gone soon, but keep listening to KBBM.
I think I'll be a man in a wife beater just dropped down from the HVAC. I should be okay as long as he isn't duct taped a pistol to his back.
That's a great reference.
A little diehard there.
And I'm going to be talking to a gas mask for the remainder of the broadcast. They have put tear gas through the ventilation system. Luckily, I am prepared. Up next.
Unfortunately, I've already shed all my tears. That bitch Sharon took them all in the divorce. If anything, the burning makes me feel alive. I'm going to be taking a quick break to tell them to give me all they fucking got. And in the meantime, I want you guys to listen to this. It's Detroit Rock City.
So we were in playing 1-on-1 in a Pop-A-Shot machine.
Yes.
They fucking threw us out. It was like 2 a.m. or something. And then I was alone at this point, and I climbed you know when fences have a brick pillar that holds the like steel, like this shit together? It'd be like brick, steel, brick.
Yeah.
I climbed the fence, stood on the brick post, and mooned the bar because I was just wild and hammered.
Amazing.
Ass cheeks out, 21 or whatever. And then I was like screaming because it was post. It was like I got pissed drunk at a Cardinal game. It's just like wild at a baseball game.
Yeah.
And then I climbed this thing, climbed up, and then the security made me get down, and I was climbing down, and I jumped, and my arm just got hung on the top of the fence, dude.
Did security help you?
Well, they were like kind of gone as I was getting down.
Yeah.
And I was in a long sleeve shirt, and I was like an idiot. I didn't
Yeah.
know what the fuck was going on. So like I was just like, oh, my arm. And I like walked, and then I was wearing a white button up, and I just saw it went like this. And it was fucking,
Oh, God. Could you see a bone in your tendon or
I could see everything. It was so bad I made a tourniquet, like a thing out of I ripped my sleeve off of my shirt, and I like fucking,
That's a man.
I
That's
cinched
good.
it up.
It's good drunk instincts.
And I was just like, I gotta seal this up.
Yeah.
And I walked home. And then my buddy was home, and I was like, you got to take me to the hospital.
Yeah.
I got to get stitches.
He just
That's
he
amazing.
poured some Evan Williams on it.
Hospital was closed. He bought a sewing kit.
Dude, the
Spanka
fences
in the
are
freezer.
terrifying. The one when I rescued the baby pigeon, I had to hop a fence.
What's terrifying?
The
Fences?
fences, the top. I mean, not terrifying. I'm not living in fear of them. But I was in flip flops when I hopped over to get the baby pigeon out, and it had the little diamond tops.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to figure out what the footing was, and I felt it. It went. I just tried putting a little pressure on it. It went through the flip flop, and I just felt it touch the skin of my foot, just
Oh my
like
God.
like a knife through butter. And I was like, "That's no bueno."
No, you're also wearing foam. It's foam.
Yes.
You got foam.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But you
Barbed
can imagine
wire?
like the
Yeah.
Mythbusters test dummy, what that would do to your skin.
Yes. Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah. I just ran the program of what would have happened if I just put the full.
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape
No.
with Steve McQueen?
The classic? No.
You ever seen that?
Lightning McQueen?
I've seen that Lightning McQueen.
Oh, dude,
Cars?
it's fucking awesome. It's
Which
like
I have 42 unsold copies of in the back of my car.
It's like a German.
Back of my cars.
It's a German World War II prisoner camp.
Yeah. I've seen the recreation
It's
of
like
the
a
scene.
60s movie, and they escape. They dig a fucking tunnel. It's so sick.
Yeah.
But he gets caught, like he's on a run on a motorcycle, and he like spills it into a hillside of barbed wire,
Yeah.
like army barbed wire. And the way the visual of it, it's like those. Remember how they like would make those like war barricades in World War II, like
Yeah.
that with all the wire around it.
Yeah.
He's like inside, like the spills the motorcycle in it, and he's like this, like inside the
Like a
razor wire.
scarecrow?
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
that's a brutal image to be alive and be like suspended in barbed
There's
wire.
black and white pictures from World War I of guys like caught in the barbed wire trying to go over the trench or whatever. Just
That's
tore
insane.
up. It's no bueno. Oh yeah, so the dogs.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was gonna say my thought was, first of all, call police, animal control in the city.
Yeah.
Also, maybe get a gun if you're out in the country.
Oh, it's not. I think if it's the country, yeah.
If you've started fearing for your life,
It's the country. Why are you walking to work?
shoot. Well, even if you're just going like down your driveway to your pickup, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shoot. Go out with earbuds on, just shoot in the air and scare them. Let them know you're a threat.
Yeah.
Wear some boots that you could kick that fucker in the head.
Yeah, do wear boots, wear pants. You know
How
what I
are
mean?
you? What's your defense? First defense, choke out. I always say.
Dog. You know, I've always imagined.
I always say a
I've never
headlock.
been attacked by a dog, which is surprising. I've had a lot of aggressive dogs like around me, but like I've always imagined punching it in the nose as hard as I could.
Yeah, that might be my first
Yeah,
instinct.
Yeah, you got to go down because there's not a lot of
It's scary
padding
though.
here. Their
It's a
necks
scary
evolved
thing.
to pad.
Yeah.
To when
I
they're
think just a
wolves.
fucking like a heel in the face.
I do remember that because my buddy Kevin.
If I have the ability to kick,
Yeah.
a stomp or a kick
Yeah,
would be
well,
because
because you don't think about it. And a lot of people don't do it. Because I was scared of my buddy's dog growing up because he had an Australian Shepherd, so there's all this puff. You know what I mean?
Those are great dogs.
They're very good dogs. But he would like just sit, like we'd go play video games, and he would just sit in the corner and just growl at me the whole
Yeah.
time. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
that sucks.
he was protective of the family unit, and I was just terrified of it. And then there was a kid like a grade older who was just like, yeah, I think if he came at me, I'd probably kick him in the head.
Hilarious.
And I was like, oh yeah, they are 2 feet tall,
Mhm.
and
I'd start-
55 pounds.
I would start with a kick, because hopefully one hard one and they're like, oh,
Yeah,
they go
yeah,
away.
yeah,
And
catch
you're
them
like,
in
all
the
right, all right,
ribs.
good. Yeah, don't fuck
Or in
around.
the ribs, I think would do some damage.
Or in the ribs.
Yeah.
The other thing I would say is, I
Snap
think
one
my
of their
big thing
legs
is
like
a
John Wick.
headlock.
This
I'm going.
podcast-
I'm
The problem
jujitsu
is-
on that thing.
The
I'm
problem
going
is if they're
legs around, full choke,
Yeah, jujitsu him.
and
some
put
of the
that fucker to sleep because
a
it
mutt-
can't.
a mutt
Claw.
has, but a mutt has the neck
The
protection.
neck,
My dog growing up was like a mutt, and he just it was like
Fat.
Yeah, just
So
all
you
this
can't.
fat
Oh,
fur.
so like, cause leash, you can't really choke them out.
No, dude, we got the spiked leash collar because my dog would just pull on a leash like choke like he was because he was just
Yeah.
like loved going outside. He was just trying to pull away from you the whole time.
Yeah.
And my mom got one of those like spiked leashes that's supposed to, not spiked, but like the uncomfortable leashes. It's supposed to make him. It affected him 0%.
Yep.
And those were like an inch of
Yep.
just like metal fencing.
We've
And
always
his
had-
neck was like it was adapted to
So
wrestle
you don't
with
think you
wolves
could
and
choke
shit.
him out?
We've always had.
Well, it just
really,
depends. You could choke out a hound dog,
Yep.
but even like a retriever has that like fluff and fat around its neck.
Dude, we should open up a dog self-defense academy.
Yeah.
It just looks like the one from Napoleon Dynamite. Bow to your sensei.
Bow to your sensei.
And kick the dog.
Sit for your sensei.
Sit for your sensei.
Stay for your sensei.
If you want to learn how to defeat your enemy, you need to become your enemy. Now sit. Roll over. Stay. Good boy.
I'm gonna mount you. That's how I assert dominance in my dojo.
Welcome to K9 Tactical Defense.
Did you guys take martial arts as a kid?
I did.
Class or two.
I did karate. I remember I did a demonstration in front of like all of our parents. We were
Yeah.
in like a gymnasium, and I was so bored. This was all of my experience doing sports, choir, any team activity in school. I was so bored, and during the thing, the only thing I remember from karate during the demonstration, picking my nose. My mother seeing me pick my nose and going, "Stop it! Enough! Stop it!" And I go, "Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be a karate sensei anytime soon." And then I quit.
That's fine.
So the answer is no. I did, however, in my adult years, do a few boxing classes. Dude, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
First one I go in, I figure they have like boxing gloves that they would give me. Okay, so I go into this boxing class and they're like, "Yeah, we have them if you don't have your own." Warning you, they're a little used. Do you have tape? Do you have tape? I was like, no, because you got to tape up your hands before you go boxing, which is actually super important. Had no tape. They didn't have tape for me either. So I just had loose wrists in the boxing gloves that had been used and unwashed for years. How are we doing?
That's why. No, I'm very, very sorry. I'm picking up a little Rihanna on that.
Oh, really?
And I was trying. I can't hear it without the headphones. It's just coming from somewhere pretty clearly through the mic. But I
Yeah,
can't-
something was going on. We were like, he's having a sensory wig out over there.
All right.
Bum bum
Sorry.
be dum bum.
I was trying to figure out if it was loud enough to. Can you guys hear music playing anywhere?
No, it's probably like a boat or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, blasting it. I
No,
don't
it's
know.
coming through the cans.
Yeah.
How bad?
I mean, it's just funny. It actually probably goes really well with the radio riff. It's like very much in the background. It's big city living. I didn't mean to cut off.
What were you
Okay.
saying
Sorry.
though?
I was saying about boxing. So I rented these boxing
Oh,
gloves. and
no
they had
no wrist.
no wrist padding and they hadn't washed them in years. And you get sweaty as hell, man. And here's the thing, you know, like you ever see videos of like in Louisiana after Katrina, they would like go into bathrooms and there was that toilet like full of shit, but it didn't smell like anything until they broke the seal, and then of like hard shit, and then like the liquid, everyone would
No,
run
I
out.
never saw that.
That happened
That's
after Katrina.
That would happen after Katrina or any flooded place. Like basically anything nasty, there's like a hard seal. If you break that, that unleashes hell
Yeah.
of smell.
Is that what happened? You cracked the
Dude,
patina on the
Dude,
leather?
because it was dry, they smelled fine. But because then I started sweating while boxing,
dude.
You
it
awakened
activated-
ancient
dude.
microbes.
I activated archaea bacteria that lie dormant in this fucking thing. I swear to God, dude, my hands had never smelled this disgusting. It took me, I think the total was 8 full hand washes with dish soap in order for my
Oh,
hands to
shit.
stop smelling, including 2 or 3 showers. My hands were disgusting. And then the second time I went and I got my own gloves and my wrist pad, and also my wrists were all basically bruised because you're punching and there's
You
nothing
like
to
doing
stabilize your
boxing?
wrist. What?
You like doing boxing?
I liked it a lot. I thought it was really good. I also learned that my face is not. God, I have like this constant scowl on my face, which usually is like whatever. But in a scenario where I'm working out, we had this UFC guy that was like standing in, an actual pro UFC guy standing in, teaching this specific class I happened to go to, and he was trying to show me how to properly hit the bag, and like, just when I'm working out, I have like this kind of like Batman scowl on my face. So he like was like, all right. He was like giving me feedback. I was like, okay, all right. And he's like, all right, man, like calm down. And I was like, no, I'm calm. I'm trying. And I was like, this is not good for combat sports. If the teacher of the class thinks I'm actively angry at his notes on my hitting skills.
He thought you were mad at him because you were dialed
He
in.
thought I was pissed at the UFC guy. Now I'm scared that the UFC guy is fucking.
He's gonna.
He was like, "What? I don't think it's a real sport."
I
Chris?
start getting in a fucking fight with a UFC fighter. But yeah, I did some boxing as a adult. I want to get back into it. I really enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
I wanna
wears
do-
you out,
I
right?
want to do something. I want to get
Oh, yeah.
into jiu-jitsu or something one of these days when I have.
Sort of
money
roll
and
around
free
on the
time.
mat.
It's pricey.
Just something something useful. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And you learn weird shit when you do it. I dipped my toe into little jujitsu.
Yeah.
I did it for like a couple months, I think, up by our place.
Yeah. You told
and
me about that.
it was legit. You realize how big of an idiot you are. It's one of those things
Yeah.
where you go in, you're like, oh, I suck at a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I'm better than I am, and it's like it's physical, the physicality of it, and it's so clear that you're not better.
Yeah.
Like you can fake being better at sales or whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
like we were talking about. But when you get into like that physical shit, you're like, oh shit, I took a one Muay Thai class, like I had a coupon or something. That was crazy because I was like, oh, I don't know how to punch.
Yeah.
I have no idea. How to
I've
punch.
never
I don't
known
even
how
know
to
how
punch
to
my
I don't
whole
know how to
life.
dodge.
Yeah.
I remember my being because you have the male like fantasy of like if I happen to be put in a situation where I got to fight, like I can get like maybe angry enough for the adrenaline will get me through it. There was this old woman who was boxing for 3 years and she had like skinny arms or whatever. And when I saw her, I was like, if she had to fight me, I could probably take her. Then we were sparring, like fake sparring together. She just threw one punch and I put my face. My instinct was to go into her punch. I'm like, I'm bad at this.
Tony,
At the base level.
my karate instructor, beat the shit out of me one day to teach me to keep my hands up.
Really?
Yeah. I learned it from a short, chubby Italian guy. Karate International, Cary, North Carolina.
Wait,
And,
what did he? What do you mean that he beat the shit
We,
out of you? Like, what
we were
happened?
doing sparring. I mean, I wasn't like bleeding or anything. We were just doing sparring. Everyone was like rotating partners, and I
Yeah,
got him. And I was just trying to like, I guess macho it or whatever. But he really just like I'd come in to throw a punch or whatever, and he would just like do a up heel kick to the sternum. You know what I mean? Just to be like, no, you can't just charge in. He wasn't saying it though. I just kept like trying to train and get past to get close enough to whatever whale on his pot belly.
Sure.
And he just was, I mean, like, I just catch one to the side of the head, and I come back for it. And then at the end, he was like, you realize I got to make you realize that you can't keep, like, trying to freight train
I'm
you.
gonna keep smacking
And
you in the cannoli.
And I was like, boys, I was
How old were you?
pissed. I was probably like 14,
Yeah.
15,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
But he really, I mean, it was enough where I was like, all right, at a certain point, you are just kind of kicking the shit out of a kid.
Feels
But
good?
I did learn the lesson. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't effective combat training. I did karate, judo, jiu-jitsu, and kendo, all with Tony
Really?
Letourneau.
With Tony.
don't know,
Anthony. Anthony Letourneau's
Tony-
martial arts.
Tony
Hey,
Too
hey,
Long Letourneau.
Hey, you got to bother your fucking sensei. the fuck down. Afterwards, we're going to fucking
That was his call sign.
I
Tony
trained
Too
the-
Long.
Tony Too Long.
Tony Too Long Letourneau.
Tony Too Long heel kicks.
I really hope he's
Son
still
of
teaching.
Peter, two-finger punch Letourneau, two-finger death grip Letourneau.
He was also the guy who got me into BB guns.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He took me and my buddy with our dads to like his storage unit where he just had.
This guy
like-
seems awesome, dude.
I mean, it's a pretty cool way to spend your time as an adult, as a
Yeah.
40-year-old adult man.
Just kicking the shit out of
Just to
14-year-olds
have-
and shooting
yeah.
BB guns.
You teach karate, international carry, and on the weekends you do airsoft tournaments. It's kind of the dream come true.
It's pretty awesome.
It's kind of what I would like to do.
Teach karate.
No, I want to go to airsoft tournaments.
Ah,
No, but just have like have a cool, chill job and a fun hobby.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
He's living the dream.
That's dope.
I mean, he's probably
All your opponents.
barely getting by financially.
I think the answer to the question for the dogs is learn karate
Yeah,
and
learn
shoot them with
karate.
BB guns. That'll probably get you
Oh,
there.
BB gun is actually a pretty good idea.
Yeah, using a
A
BB gun will get you
non-lethal.
there.
You know who's into
You know what I
air
meant-
rifles?
What's that?
You know who's
Who?
really into air rifles, BB guns?
Who's that?
Ozzy Osbourne.
Good for him.
Is that
Huge fan of air rifles, yeah.
The Prince of
He
Darkness.
just sits there, he's like, Sharon, get me another target. And he's in a chair and he's just like, in like a backyard in Malibu.
There's air guns
He's like
more
80
powerful
years
than
old.
22s. You know what I remember from sparring in karate is trying so hard not to hit the cute girl or her mom in the tit.
Trying to not hit Anthony
so
Scalise in the cannoli.
No, it was
Whoa,
the
Eric,
girls.
you kicked me in the cannoli again.
I had to spar with the girls. They were a higher rank than me, but it was just like every
Yeah.
now and then throw a punch and just through the inch and a half of foam, you just feel the compression of a tit, and you're like,
Damn it.
You weren't aiming?
She'll never love me now.
You weren't trying to
"Yeah,
get
now
her
she'll never love me. I punched her in the tit.
punch her titty.
You weren't trying to just
I'm
give her a
titty
quick
puncher to
fucking jab.
I mean, I would
Lisa.
go home. I'd barely get ripped the gloves off before I was fucking.
Bree will never go on a date with me because I punched her tit, and that's how she thinks.
I
of
punched
me.
her mom in the tit while we were sparring.
Oh, the Egglesons won't have me over for dinner because because Mr. Eggleson's two women were punched in the
Tommy
tit by
punched
me.
his wife and daughter in the tit, but I had to win. Tony just kicked the shit out of me. I had to show him what I learned.
My ego was bruised. I took it out on the wrong tit.
I should have been punching Tony in the tit. Meanwhile, Tanya and Tamara got punched in the tit. It's all teased. We got one more question?
I think we got more than one.
Good God. Good God on the
Oh,
pod.
yeah, we got
got-
one more.
Okay, one more.
I've lied to my girlfriend multiple times,
Nice,
telling her
good
I
start.
can ice skate pretty well. Obviously a stupid thing to do, but here we are a year later and she wants to go skating in like 3 weeks. Do I
Easiest
tell her
thing
that
in
I've
the
been
world.
lying?
No.
Or do I secretly learn over the next
You secretly
couple
learn
weeks?
over the next
Is
3
that
weeks
even
immediately.
possible?
You secretly learn, but you definitely learn from this and don't do it in the future.
Yeah,
Am
for
I
sure.
right?
That's so funny.
This is
Why
like
would
a
you lie
90s
about
movies.
knowing how to ice skate? I guess he's embarrassed.
The problem is he said he learns how to ice skate pretty well. That's where you're running into there's a certain guy I know that likes to just lie all the time for no reason.
Uh-huh.
And this is what you run into. The rubber will meet the road eventually, and you need to now. Here's what I would do if I was him. If I had just lied to her and said, I know how to ice skate,
Yeah.
you could easily just show up to the ice skate thing and be like, remember when I told you I don't know really how to ice skate? And she'll forgive you for that.
Sure.
She-
Also, it's been a year now.
It's
been a
almost
year.
a funny long gag.
It's a funny gag.
Yeah.
I am an
And she
idiot.
goes, why? And you just lie because you're like, because I'm an idiot. And you can just take the
Yeah,
egg on the
we
face.
just started dating. I wanted to
Yes.
impress you. Yeah.
But if you're saying I'm really good at ice skating, you have to now know how to ice skate at a base level. So when you inevitably go to the ice skating rink and are not very good, because you won't be over
Yeah.
3 weeks, you go, I exaggerated how good I am at ice skating. I'm like pretty mediocre at ice skating.
yeah.
You have to get her
I
to
say
forgive
you go for 30 minutes to an hour every day after work. You go to the ice rink, free skate.
Yep.
and see if you can't learn how to stop without running into the wall. That would be
Learn one flashy, easy move.
If she's bad at ice skating, it might not be that hard to just be enough better than her.
Yep.
That you don't. But let this be a lesson to you, like a '90s movie, where you got caught in the falsehood. Not a good. Yeah, it'd definitely be like. Yeah.
Own up to it immediately. Say you're lying.
Yeah.
The relationship will end.
And you'll have paid the ultimate price, but that's what you get for your initial cowardice.
And then lace up the skates.
Yeah.
Because you
Lace up
need
the
to know.
Now you need to become a world-class ice skater after she breaks up with you to prove to yourself that you could have done it the whole time.
Watch the movie Black Crab. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Dude, it's about these like 5
Black crabs.
black crabs. They want to be with the white crabs. No,
but it's the 60s, and
they're on
they're
a
separated.
and
It's
they're
the crab
they're actually
60s.
microbiological crabs on a hippie's pubes.
yeah.
And it's a Pixar movie.
Like cars.
Ah,
Black crabs.
the black crabs walk in like, oh shit, what it do, fam? They go, man, I got my claw fucked up and shit. Got to go to the barber shop, get that figured out.
Black crab. They have to ice skate across the whole country. It's like I think it's like a foreign film. Check it out.
I've heard of it, I think.
Yeah, they're like, how are we gonna get to Uzbekistan or whatever?
We
And they go-
ice skate.
And they're like,
And they go across
the
like a
whole
lake?
land is frozen. We need
Oh.
to skate, or whatever the fuck.
It's
German.
skating.
I don't know who
It's
they
not
are.
snowshoes.
No, and they skate like
It's
thousands
on like a
of
lake
miles.
or something.
Is
Yeah.
it a true story?
It's called Black Crab.
Yeah. I got
Is it a
that.
true story? I don't think so. I'll give you the details here.
Of the 5 people that ice skated on land to Uzbekistan?
It's a Swedish,
feel like there may be
Swedish
ex-
action thriller. That's right
Yeah.
up your alley.
Action
It
thriller.
is.
You're half
Guns
Swedish.
involved?
No, I got my genetics test back. I'm English, Wales, French, German, Netherlands.
Oh my God, you're so white.
It's the fucking sweet spot, baby.
So it's about a speed skater that's conscripted. That's what I forgot. Like, we
Got
need
it.
your services. That's my favorite movie
Yeah.
plot. Is like,
Is you go to the guy who's chopping wood in the
Yeah.
and I need you for this
Why
job.
me?
You're the specialist.
I live in Wyoming. And they're like, you have a certain set of skills. You know how to keep dairy cows alive at this altitude, and we got a special mission. So
Yeah.
they go to find a speed skater.
Hey, lay off the new guy. There's a lot of that. You don't belong here. This is SEAL Team 6. We don't need no cow farmer.
Yeah.
Hey, lay off the new guy. We got to get these cows past the Taliban
Hey.
somehow.
Hey, this
Sorry,
isn't
he
a
won't be here
pitchfork,
long
buddy.
enough.
This is an AR-15, not a pitchfork, buddy.
Yeah, when is that lasso going to come in handy? The Taliban aren't going to be. They're going to be shooting at you from 200 meters.
And then he inevitably
Yep.
gets it around Bin Laden's neck
Yep,
and
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
saves the day.
Yeah, right off the edge of the aircraft carrier.
Those are the guys that are going to save the world. The guy chopping wood in fucking Idaho. That's who we're counting on. Black Crab.
Wanted.
So, no, they conscript a speed skater to go across enemy lines. They're tasked with delivering a secret package. We don't know what.
Yeah.
Okay.
To
It's
an
full of black crabs.
island research base. It's fucking actually a sick movie.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Is it
All
on
jokes
Netflix?
aside, Black
Oh,
Crab.
you told me about it. You told me about it in the car.
Yeah, it's
sometime.
great watch. I'm a little upset you haven't seen it
Netflix?
yet. Yeah, it's good.
Good. I'll put that
guys.
on soon.
How do you handle recommendations?
1 second. May I pause?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm getting a message. My friend Justin, I mentioned. was
Has a
coming
rev.
over. He is here. He came
Oh
through.
shit. We
All right.
podcasted start to finish.
Yes, we podcast.
We got through all the questions, I think. Wait, what was the
I
last
don't mean
one?
to,
Yeah.
I hate to be.
we got
Dude,
through
we
it.
got 2 episodes out of you, buddy.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks.
that was.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for
Sorry.
doing it.
Yeah,
Thank
we'll
you
do
for
I
it
would have
again.
kept going forever.
Coke
You guys are
Zero.
the best, man.
We'll have plug what you got to plug. He's a great comic.
Oh, very kind of you. Roast Battle Chicago, first and third Thursdays every month. Down and Dirty stand-up showcase, second Saturdays of the month. And then just follow me, chrisgrieco.jpg on Instagram. Thanks, guys.
Woo!
Yes, sir.
Guys, we'll see you soon. Thank you so much for listening to Turnip and Stone. Peace.
Woo!